Okay, here it is. This vlog, by the way, I'm in Belgium, but this is about France. This vlog is the start of 3 months in France. I go all over the place. Lyon, Marseille, Paris, you name it, I was there. This one is the beginning. So what we're covering in this one is flights, connected in and out, first rehearsals, and being in the gastronomic capital of France, Lyon. Unbelievable city. We're gonna do it all. You're gonna see flights in this one. You're gonna see food on the airplane. What? You're gonna see travel days. What do I do on my days off? Going to the gym. This one is loaded, and it's the one of what I'm gonna guess is like 6 or 7 episodes that this is gonna be, because I have so much content that I'm looking on my computer right now, and I'm capturing content right now for the leg that followed France, which is, oh man, I don't even wanna get into it yet. This one, France. Here we go. Airport lounge. Star wipe. Check. All right, we're in here in the lounge. We're going to France, baby. Carrie gets back. We might interview him. We're trying to be not disruptive. Let me see if I... So hopefully, at this point, you guys watch the Japan stuff. It's cool. I feel so uncomfortable right now. I'm going to France. 3 months. I'm away from Jasmine. Help me pay for all the things we're trying to do. I'm looking up the schedule. Here we go. France. Do we start in Lyon?
I think so.
So we got Lyon, Toulouse, Bordeaux, Pau, Souches, Marseille, Antibes, Limoges, Roubaix, Paris. Carrie, second time featured in the vlog.
Oh yeah.
So we're out here. We're gonna call ourselves the indoor cats. That's why we got matching red hats.
You get it. If you see this, you know we're not spending any money.
I'm gonna drop a count of how much money I spent on things I didn't need to. Right here, that number that you're looking at right there. And I'll give you, in fact, a jersey count, because I already know.
Oh no.
I budgeted for jerseys. Also, I'm trying to see if it's better clipped in. Hello? I've seen this online. I've seen... Hello. This is, you know, if I just walk up to people like this.
So,
hey.
It doesn't look appetizing.
No.
As a visual.
It's not a good look? Shit.
France is in the continent of...
Oh no, dude.
Europe.
We'll find out later if we got that right. All right, I'll check in when we're going to the flight. Goodbye. It's the French leg vlog, ladies and gentlemen. Between this and Japan was about a month and change, and now we're going to be out on the road for 3 months. Here we are at the Turkish Airlines lounge in JFK. Great place to be. If you don't drink alcohol before your flights, I would recommend this lounge beyond any other lounge, because it is super open all the time with great food, and the only reason that nobody goes there is because they don't serve alcohol, and I don't really like to drink before my flights. So here we are, Air France flight JFK to Charles de Gaulle, New York to Paris, 7 hours and 45 minutes. Folks, I always say it, if you need extra leg room, buy extra leg room. I would also recommend flying a national airline if you are flying overseas from the US. US companies tend to try to cram as many seats as they can into a plane, and you have a little bit more space, a little bit better service, in my opinion. Here we are. We landed in Paris, and then we had a connection from Paris to Lyon, and we were on our way. Vlog is gonna slap, Carrie. Vlog gonna slap, Shane. Here's the connection. I think it's like 4:30 in the morning at this point. It was crazy. It was crowded, but we're going Paris to Lyon, getting picked up at the airport, and Carrie couldn't have more bags, folks. This man couldn't physically have... What are we doing, dog? He's got them all, dude. Count them. And on the back, son. Even though part of what I'm doing on these trips is making these vlogs, I'm actually there for my job, to do work. So we get ahead time sheets to tell us who's picking us up where, and even though I was delusional after the 7.5 hour flight and a connection, found the right guy, had to keep my head on a swivel, and we took a little bit of a walk downtown. Following that, I proceeded to crash. This is where the mic lives now. I'm wearing a hat. We're here. We made it to France. Got a little bit of sugar-free Orangina. Got a little kebab box. Cap, stay on, guys. I've never been this tired after traveling. I don't know if it's because I had a busy month. This isn't even on. Unbelievable, dude. So, I mean, hello. We made it. So it's just under a 8-hour flight. Made it to Paris. An hour layover. 50-minute flight to Lyon. This is going to be different than Japan. Jesus Christ, dude. Day 1. I'll check in after my nap. This is the room, by the way. Little room tour. Bed. Wall. You guys fucking get it. I'm so tired. Bye. It's day 2. Set up the room finally. Actually, let me give you a little look at that. It's a little hotel room this time. Over here in Lyon. We've got my setup, watching Critical Role. Computer, all that. Beautiful Lyon out here. Wait, why is it zooming? I want to be able to control the gimbal. And here's the bathroom. Not bad. The shower freaked me out, I'm gonna be honest. Very strange setup. Got these towel warmers. Guys, we gotta have this in America. It's so dumb that we don't. And here's that bathroom mirror. Boom. Going to the gym. Day 2, goal today. Got nothing to do, but kind of dedicating myself to doing more work. I also have to do my taxes today. As a touring musician, because I said I'd talk about it a little bit more. Somebody on the road, I try to find things that make me feel normal. You gotta find stuff that makes you feel like routine, makes it feel like you're actually living a normal life, because otherwise it just ends up being drinking and not knowing what day it is. So I'm gonna go find a gym. I think there's a string of gyms here in France that are easily available. Go out, find a good place to eat, and then I gotta review some numbers, because it's been a minute since the last time I did the show, which was Japan. I might be doing a different role. Today will just be that. So technically, we weren't in Lyon proper. We were in a town called Colère-et-Cure, which is right next to it. Sorry if I butchered that. French is actually one of the hardest languages I've ever heard in my life. As a New Yorker, I kind of find languages not too hard to understand or learn most of the time, but French is not a language spoken all that much in New York, so I don't really hear it. I wasn't used to it, but we found this nice gym called a Basic Fit, almost like a Planet Fitness if you're from the US, where you can pay a monthly fee and kind of get access to every Basic Fit in France. So this really helped us out a lot. And then taxes. We had to do taxes. God. But today's the first shows. I'm not in it. Japan was 3 weeks. This is 3 months. I'm get crazy looking down the barrel of it. Just had the masseuse come in here, working over right there. It was unreal. Let me show you where it was. Like literally in this little hallway right there. We get massages every week. This is classic on the road type stuff, is your schedule gets just a little bit away from you. Like yesterday when I tell you I was doing my taxes. And I'll talk through like what that whole process is every time we get to the theater, what that's like. Let's go lift some weights. All right, on my way back from the gym, figured I'd catch a little bit of this. I don't really get a lot of time by myself when we're out on the road. Just want to talk a little bit about gratitude, man. What came to mind is that like, this is exactly what I wanted to do when I was growing up. You know, whether it's playing drums, yes, I do that mostly, but also being an actor and a host at times. Look at us out here in Lyon. Like, I get to travel the world. Not that traveling the world is the most important thing in the world. It's what I wanted to do. It's what I so desperately wanted to do growing up, is perform for people, and not just in my city of New York, which is the best city in the world, the greatest city in the world, to kind of be able to share my gift with people all over the world. I think no matter where you go, whether it's France, London, Ghana, we hear a lot from people that don't represent, I think, the countries that they're from. Like, I'm damn sure do not feel represented by my politicians in America. Like, what are we talking about? I'm walking over a bridge on a highway, and it's one of the most beautiful things I could possibly imagine seeing. It's how nice this area is. It's how incredible the mundane becomes when you're not in where you're from. Just changing the font of cars and trucks and scenery. It's honestly insane. Welcome to Le Radiant Bellevue in Colère-et-Cure, France. I am absolutely butchering these names. I know, I'm sorry. Again, a very difficult language for me. But we are here, and this is the first theater in my leg of the tour. So there were actually 2 weeks prior to me and Carrie Lamb showing up, my other American friend. But again, this is classic rehearsal, run through everything. And there was actually a lot more this time, because this French tour was about 53 shows in however many cities. It was closer to what I used to do in the US, which was 2 city weeks, 1 city weeks, luckily out in Europe, but definitely a lot faster and a lot quicker than Tokyo. So yes, this is our sound check, but you might be noticing some new faces from the Japan vlog, and that's because this cast is constantly changing. One of the exciting things about the show is, depending on availability or what is necessitated by each city, the cast kind of changes, and this being a long run, some people couldn't really commit to that, so we had to switch people in and out. But this is my walk back. I took it with my friend Jose from Madrid, and again, if I have the opportunity to walk in some of these neighborhoods, I always try to take it, because it's seeing the city from the perspective of somebody that actually lives there and not just a tourist or somebody there to do whatever. Got up a little bit early. It's 10 o'clock. I've been up since 7. Got some breakfast. Got myself together. And I'm going to go down to Old Lyon and finally do some sightseeing. I guess this is day 4, because it's travel day, golden day, show days. And today is my first show with this new setup of a cast.
Let's fucking do it, dude.
Public transportation outside of the United States of America is honestly one of the most impressive things about traveling. There are so few cities that are possible to get around. For example, we were staying about a half hour outside of Lyon proper, but all I had to do was grab a bus, and that was it. Took me straight down. People are very helpful. It's very intuitive. There's enough markings on everything. Never be intimidated by taking public transportation when you're outside of the U.S. or even if you're from another country that has public transportation. I've been all over the world, and pretty much all transportation works the same. We are currently in Old Lyon is what you're looking at here. It's a little bit of a walk down over the river in Lyon. Had to get myself a croissant and a little bit of an espresso, and just oftentimes I like to people watch. Like I said, I'm here for work. I'm not here for vacation, so I want to kind of live the way that people do and experience the towns the way they do and see why they love it. I'm from New York City, and I love where I'm from. I try to experience every place I go like I experience in New York City. I don't love New York City for all of the tourist trappings. I love it for the city that it is. So this is one of the sites that I was told to go to by everyone. It is Cathedral Saint-Jean-Baptiste. So many towns in France have some sort of cathedral at the top of a mountain. So if you're ever in France at all, look up to the highest point, walk up there, because you will see the city in a way that you could only imagine seeing in a painting. It is truly breathtaking. What you're looking at right here is just a short walk away from the cathedral, which is Theatre Gallo-Romain. It was breathtaking again. What a great day this was. And I tried to soak it all in, but I had work. That's right. Often after all of this sightseeing and walking around these cities, I have to go do my job. So I headed my way to the theater. Actually, right here to the left, to the right of me, was a group of school children on a school trip. It was really cool to see, again, locals interacting with their city the way that they always do. Here we are taking the tram down from the top of the mountain. I walked up the mountain, which, God, a lot of walking in Europe, guys. They are fit people for a reason. They can smoke cigarettes and drink coffee and still be skinny as a rail because they have to walk everywhere they go. I took this tram down. Again, public transportation. I can't stress it enough. It is the true way to see the city. Underground commute. On our way back to work. We have many, many more installments coming because I was in France for 3 months. Buckle up, get ready. What an experience. Go Bills.